Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. Today is the big day. We get to go find out if my van is okay. We're about to drive over to the shop, my uncle's shop, and pick up my van, and he has been hard at work over the last couple days trying to fix it up and do a few things. Now, I know for a fact that he had to fix my transmission pan. That was a big one. That was from all the bumpy roads because I have low clearance. He also was going to work on repairing some of my rivets that have popped out over time that are making some things just kind of move around a little bit more than they normally would. He was going to do a full fluid change. He was going to change out all of my filters and then also check to see if there was anything else going on underneath. Additionally, he was going to see if he could fix the underpinning, although I am pretty sure that unless he was able to work a miracle, that's not going to happen, just because it appears that when they're doing my oil changes, they actually stretch that thing down. Good to know. It's just one of those things that overall I asked him to look at, so if he could do anything, that'll be great, and if not, that's okay too. I'm very excited. My uncle has called. He has said everything is ready, so now I'm just going to go with my parents. We're going to drive over and pick up Dimples. We're not finished with Dimples after this though. We still have a little bit more work to do. My van has almost 100,000 miles on it, and at this point it's time for us just to do some regular maintenance things. So we have been really kind of like going through it over here. I had to get a brand new battery. Now we're having it looked at the shop, and the next step is going to be ordering tires and having them put on so that everything can work together. And then I should be able to load the van and do the normal things that I've been doing for the past 100,000 miles. But today is the big one. We have to go and pick it up, see if it's okay, and see how it runs after. And I'm honestly very excited because my uncle took the time out of his schedule to squeeze my van in because he wanted me to be safe, and I'm so appreciative to that. So thank you again, Uncle John. I appreciate you. He's doing a lot of things that aren't necessarily things that he typically does at his shop just for regular customers, and I'm appreciative. I'm so appreciative, because this way I don't have to take it from John's shop getting the repairs to another place, to another place, to another place. He just kind of was like, I'll just take care of it. So thank you. Thank you so much. At the same time, I'm a little nervous because now I've got to go and pick up Dimples. And then again, we still have to address the tires. So we're one step closer, but we're not there yet. So let's go and get this handled. I am ready to go, almost. Just some casual wear today and getting out the door, doing the things, and we're gonna hope for the best otherwise. Today's gonna be a weird day of just doing, you guessed it, van things. So we're gonna get that out of the way and see what is next on the list other than tires. I'm sure there will be a few more projects, including I need to unload and reload the van. So we'll see what happens today. I'm hoping more than one task because the time is ticking on my timeline of when I need to depart and get on the road for my next special adventure. I did get these two charged up, so these are ready to go back in the van whenever I am ready. I do have one more power station that will be going in with them that I'll be testing out on this trip. I did get this all washed up, so now all I have to do is refold and take care of that. But I do still need to do a few other things here. And honestly, I have one other thing that I definitely need to start considering, and that is which refrigerator I am going to take. Now, as you guys know, I have worked with Set Power many times. I have shared a variety of different size fridges, and in doing so, I like to share the differences within each one of them. Well, right now I have this big boy fridge that I carried with me for many months because I needed a lot of refrigeration and a lot of freezer space, because I was trying to really cut the corners on my budget by bringing more food with me. And that was so handy. I ended up only having food outside of my van 1 or 2 times, and that was only socially. So I ended up saving a huge chunk of money in doing that. However, I don't necessarily need something quite that large for where I'm going, and so I could reduce the amount of battery that I am going to be consuming also if I reduce the size of the fridge, because I won't be running the fridge freezer constantly, or I'll be running a fridge freezer that is smaller so it pulls a little bit less. So I need to figure out which fridge I'm planning on taking. I don't have to use it in the same way that I was using it on this last trip. The last trip, I was gone for months on end, and again, I was reducing that budget. With this particular trip, I have more so a set destination and kind of a set schedule, which, let's just be honest, is But because of that, it's going to allow me to have a smaller fridge because I'm only going to have a few things in there. And so I think that as long as I have a little bit of space, I will be okay. I'm also going to be camping with another person. So normally you would think, oh, bigger fridge, 2 people. But because we are doing some of the things that we may not be camping and eating at camp every day. So I've got to kind of confer with him just a little bit more, and then I'll be making that tough choice too. But I have 2, if not 3 options for fridges that we can take with us, including the big boy. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that because, as always, I like to have continued feedback with you guys as I talk about different things and share them so you can see what's working, what's not working, what's more ideal for certain scenarios, and so on and so forth. So I'll definitely be working on that, but that's after we get the van back because I need to take the big one out scenario. I also need to figure out a couple of other small things setup wise that just need to be tweaked just a little, and I need to figure out where I'm going to put my tent because we will be tent camping. I've said that before. I'll continue saying that. I'm mostly saying it so it can sink back in for myself because that is an adjustment. But I really enjoyed tent camping whenever I did it before. It's just I really enjoy van camping better. With that being said, I think I need to get a drink and put on my shoes before we go. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll meet you guys in the car as we drive. Okay, we're back in Dimples, and Dimples has had a lot of love and TLC, and Dimples is back in commission. Now, there's a couple things, again, I got to do. I still need to get my windshield wiper fluid filled up, the reservoir. We're just going to go ahead and do all of that kind of in-house. And otherwise, he changed out my transmission fluid. He checked my oil. He changed my oil. We have new filters. We have all the things. The piece in the back that was sagging down is now tightened up, so it looks normal again. Now, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, ooh, have you gotten the rest of the van fixed? No, I have not. And I'm not even going to go into that right now because that is a very big pain to talk about. So we're just going to go with what needed to be functionally fixed to make the van go. And the van is now able to go again. So I have to drive back to my base camp. We have to figure out some situations with the tires, and then we need to get that fluid changed. But I am so happy because Dimples is back. So now it's time for me to go start doing all the things behind the scenes. The unloading, the reloading, the checking, the charging, the doing, and all of those kinds of things. I also need to change out a lot of clothing items and things like that. So I've got my work cut out for me one way or the other. But for now, we're going to drive it and get it back toward base camp and then start to address those other issues one by one. Oh, I feel a little bit better now. I feel better because I know that not only was my van taken care of, but like my uncle went through with like a fine tooth comb and like looked at some things that needed to be done. So we're in a little bit better position, and I definitely feel like relief. I guess that's the best way to put it. So I'm off. I'm gonna get to base camp, and then, well, we'll see what happens next. I will say this, there's lots of cleaning that needs to be had on the van, between the fact that I just like powered it home, and then also that it sat for a few days, and then the fact that it was just in the shop. So I need to do a good, thorough, like, cleaning of everything. I gotta get all the dust out of here and just get everything like organized. So a lot ahead, a lot of things ahead, but at least there is a sense of relief in that the hard part, for the most part, is finished. Okay, I'm sitting here and having my coffee this morning, and my van is gone again. Yeah, we're in the next phase now, so the van has gone off to see the next shop. This time it's the tire shop. My dad took it up there so that he could tell them exactly what is going on with my van, since it is very frustrating. And one of the things that he was also going to kind of just like drive home in a really nice way was, hey, can we fix the sensors? Can we get that fixed, please? So I'm very interested to see what exactly happens with my van this time. I know that we're trying to get the tires moved around so I can have that newest tire as my my spare. I know that the van is in really weird shape right now because I've just kind of been pulling out and putting in stuff. So I wasn't expecting this morning to be the morning that the van went off. So it's a mess. It's such a mess. It's probably going to be a bigger mess when it returns, and that's okay. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So we're in the next phase of getting everything fixed up. And behind the scenes, I am working on videos. I have been doing all of the things here at base camp that need to be done. I've been trying to get things in order when it comes to what I'm going to be changing out. I have found my other water shoes to replace because of course I have to replace those after I tore my other ones. I have found a new bag for my window covers because that one was unraveling. So I've just been doing all the little tiny troubleshooting things that I can do without the van physically present. So the van's not here. Oh, the good news is I think that we're leaning further and further away from me having to take the car. I think the van's gonna be fine, so that's good. In the meantime though, I'm just kind of like, okay, so far we have a new battery. We have had to have all the fluids changed. We are getting new tires. The only thing that I think I'm lacking now is the windshield wiper fluid because we're gonna put that in a wild day already, and it's only like 8:30. So cheers with some coffee, guys. Got to get myself a little bit more awake so that when the van returns, I can start pulling things out. I thought I was going to do that today, and that's why I didn't worry about straightening it up. So whenever it gets back, things might be like all over the place because they're not in their secure positions, and that's kind of stressful. So it is what it is. I'm excited though. We're going to have new tires, so I won't feel like, oh no, oh no, especially with that one that is not even rated for my van. Like, why would they put that on the van? You know what? We're not going to dwell on that. We're just going to have our coffee and move on. Okay, as you can see, I'm in the van. We have new tires, and I have a pretty frustrating story to tell you guys, but give me just a second. There it is. You can see that tire as well as this tire, and this tire as well as this tire. But let's go in and I'll tell you why I'm frustrated. Okay, let's talk about what has transpired with my tires. We have new tires. That part is good. We're not frustrated by that whatsoever. But what I am frustrated by is the fact that I brought my van home and then my dad took it up to the tire shop and also got an alignment check and all sorts of stuff like that. All is well with the actual van itself, except one small thing. And this thing is probably one of the most frustrating things because it's something that I have personally been dealing with for a minute. Now, if you've seen me do a driving scene where I'm showing my front dash and I just randomly have this light popping off on my dash, it's been there for a little bit. I have two of them. I have one for my airbag, which is from removing my seat. That one, it's just kind of, it is what it is. You can't do anything about that one unless you have a special wiring thing, and I cannot get that as an individual. I just can't. So it is what it is. I've asked a mechanic about it. The mechanic signed off and said it is fine. I'm not going to have any issues. So that is just something I have to deal with, and that's something I signed up for by taking the seat out. It's okay. The other light has been on since I got my last set of tires. I went to a tire shop and I got tires, and immediately as soon as I drove off, tire sensor light started going off, and I was like, because these are brand new tires. Well, sometimes whenever you take your stuff to a tire shop, if you have multiple people working on it, they might not put the same amount of tire pressure per tire. So as soon as we got it back to base camp, we filled it up, made sure everything was even. The tire sensor light never went off. So I've just been frustrated for a long time. So since we were taking it into the shop anyway, I asked my dad, since he was handling this so that I wouldn't get taken advantage of, if he would just ask them, hey, can you check the sensors on this? And if one of them is messed up, can we get another sensor? They ignored him. Not once, not twice, 3 times. And just kept saying, oh no, it'll look like that if the tire pressure is off. Don't you think we've thought of that in the last 2.5 years? Apparently, we're not that smart. We can't think of those things. So my dad again asked them, can you please check this? She's been having problems with this since getting these tires. And at that point, they were just like, well, you know, it's just low pressure probably. No, it's not. I've been checking my pressure manually for 2 years because this stupid light is just flashing. And the problem with this is it flashes. It's just obnoxious more than anything, because even when there is the correct amount of pressure, it's not registering that there's the correct amount of pressure. So it's just been this ongoing battle, and it's still going to be an ongoing battle because they did nothing at all. Even with my dad asking nicely more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, they just kind of pacified it as, oh no, it can't be that big of a deal. So both dad and I are very frustrated now, and understandably so. This is the only job that I have ever seen where you can take it in and say, hey, I know this is a problem, please fix it. And they're like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. So ongoing issue will continue to be an ongoing issue. My dad has checked the pressure on every single new tire. They're good. So that's all that matters. I have the correct kind of tires on my van, so that's not causing any kind of like balance issues or wobbliness or strange things that should read differently. So we don't know. So for now, we're just going to continue doing what we've been doing for the past 2 years, checking the tires every day before I drive. I don't always show that because it's just part of my routine every day, but there is a reason why I carry not 1 but 2 ways to check my tires at any given time, and I've been doing this for a while, so it's just going to be something that continues. At this point, I have now asked Discount Tire, Big O, my local tire shop, and 1 other tire place all to check the sensors, all of them, and all of them has said, oh no, you don't know what you're talking about, you just must have a low tire. And instead of just inflating the tires for me at that point to see that that is not what the issue is, they have just treated me like I was stupid. So love that. And now they did the same thing to my dad, and my dad is definitely not a novice when it comes to vehicles. He used to be a diesel auto mechanic. He kind of knows a lot more than most. And so for him to say, please check this, and them to just be like, no. The positive is the van is now fixed up. We have fluids in everything now. We have now replaced the windshield wiper fluid, and because of the rough roads that have been going on, something else had rattled loose, so dad fixed that. I'm so grateful for my dad because he has been on top of this. He's made sure that I am safe, and he has had to deal with the same frustration that I have now. And so I know it's just not fun. It's all there is to it. But the positive is all of that is finished. So now I can start loading up the van, getting it ready to go, and doing all the things. And we now have a lot of travel coming up. So over the next couple days, I'm just going to put together the van. I'm going to show you guys what I'm changing out. Of course, I'll be figuring out which fridge I'm going to put in and what I'm going to do with some of the other things. I have to put a new battery in the van because I took out that all power, and so we're going to do that. But for now, I'm just going to sit here in the frustration bubble and say, why? I can always find the joys no matter what. The joy is the van is ready, despite all the weirdness. But if you've ever had this problem where you've blatantly asked people numerous times to do something and they've disregarded it, leave your experience in the comments. We can have an interesting conversation below. And for those who are new to the channel or might be wanting to start traveling in a van, maybe this will give them some expectation versus reality situations, because we've all had at least one story. This one is just my ongoing thorn in my side. Yeah. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'll see you on the next one. We'll be packing up the van and we'll be heading down the road. So till next time, bye.